Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a reading for you. My friends just came by to drop a bonus read. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are a brand new Taurus just on the scene, just clicking here, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We'd like to be in the comments around here. I hope you do too. And let's figure out what's going on. What is coming up for you, Taurus? When I do a bonus read, I do not date or time these readings. I'm just going to drop it here. It's going to be for you or it's not. It is a general read. Keep that in mind and we will get along just fine. Let's figure it out here. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. This could resonate now or maybe it might be not your reading right now. It could be in the future. Let's take a look at Taurus energy. Please, I am your bully sister. By the way. All right, here we go. Okay, what's this? We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. It just kind of popped out of the deck here. And if you're going to get the Five of Wands, you might as well be in the reverse. Just going to say, it feels like a release of energy. Like it almost feels like you've been feeling weighed down. And I don't mean, you know, physically, but I feel like you've been weighed down energetically. Like it's almost like, why is everybody in competition with me? Like, why can't I make a decision? I'm feeling an indecision. Should I move forward? Should I go back? It's like you're releasing all of this doubt that you had. It feels like someone has also realized that they cannot smack talk themselves, Taurus. You cannot smack talk yourself. You're listening. So is the universe. We have the Devil here. Somebody made you feel this way. That's what it feels like. And it's I don't think that they did it I don't think they did it to be insensitive. I don't think that they did it because they felt like you should be disciplined. I don't think that that's the reason. I feel like somebody made you feel that way by not treating you right. And so I feel like you, along with releasing this thing that's been going on in your head about how you're not enough and there's too much competition and all that stuff, I feel like you just released this. I feel like you released the Devil energy. And the Devil energy had you oppressed, right? And this could be a person, it could be a Capricorn, it doesn't have to be, but it could be any sign. Somebody had you oppressed or somebody had you thinking a certain way about yourself and it wasn't in a positive way. And I feel like that person was trying to oppress you in order to keep you with them, to keep you codependent with them. But I think you're letting it go. I feel like you're releasing it. And I feel like in the future here that you are off to far better things, right? We have the Four of Wands. And the far better things that I think you're off to is this superficial connection that was codependent, maybe toxic. Maybe someone that you were with had some sort of an underlying toxicity or dependency on some sort of substance that you didn't know about. Maybe there was an addiction present, but I feel like this person was acting in this way toward you because of the Devil energy. We do have the Four of Wands, 11 of 11, right? It's like if you have been seeing 11-11, I feel like you are going to meet somebody who in the very near future, it feels like, who is going to who is a person who wants to be tied to you. They want to be stable with you. It's like both of you are on an adventure. We've got two people here and each of them is standing amidst two wands. So I feel like both of you are on this adventure. Both of you are at the crossroads of your life. You're at the same place in your life, it feels like, and maybe we can do this together. That's what it feels like here, Taurus. With the Ace of Swords, I think that you just cut this person out in one fell swoop. Yep, we're out. I'm out. I feel like you finally said something to this person, like, why? Why are you around me? Why are you here just to bring bad energy or to bring bad news or to try and keep me with you? Like, I feel like you finally said something. There was some sort of a sharp conversation that went on. And I feel almost like, it feels like you brought out your masculine side. Maybe you are masculine, but if you're feminine, you brought out your masculine side. Fire and swords are masculine energies. It feels like you had to bring out your masculine side to take control of the situation and say, no, I can't do this with you anymore. It's not what I want. I don't want the Devil on my back. So we've got the Chariot here. Chariot is Cancer energy, and it feels like you're headed off full bore here towards something that's really beautiful and happy. I want to say that the universe is planning it for you with this 11-11 here. What's going on here? Come on now. It wasn't easy to leave the situation. I feel like I'm trying to shuffle these cards and I'm just having a hard time with them. It feels like it wasn't easy for you to do that. It wasn't easy because I think that that ultimately what you wanted, you hoped that this person would change, and you waited and waited, because that's you, you're loyal, right? You waited and waited for this person to change, but they weren't changing, and so you had to bring out the Ace of Swords. It's time to go on a new path. I got to cut you away, and I think what you did is you did the final cut, and it released the Chariot, and now you can move forward here. We have the Judgment. You made a really big decision. It changed the trajectory of your life, Taurus. Look at that. The Judgment card is just that. When you make that big decision, when you're brave enough to make that decision, even though you feel like everything's on fire, when you make that big decision, and look, some of that fire is here on the Ace of Swords here. When you make that big decision, Taurus, I feel like you released yourself, and it's almost like you catapulted forward here. It's like you catapulted forward in this energy of the Chariot. It's about swift moving energy, but it's also about victory. It's about running forward to the victory. There's a lotus flower in this Chariot, and it's like you unfolded everything, and now it's time for you to move forward. This Chariot, though, is headed straight for the Four of Wands, so it does feel like there is something that's pretty special here. Now, it could be something to do with love or soulmates or something like that, but it's 1111, and that covers a lot of things. It's like usually that's the first number that you'll see at the beginning of your awakening. So if you've been seeing it lately, you possibly could be going through another upgrade in your energy, or possibly an awakening of some sort. But I feel like you made this big decision, and it totally changed everything. Tell me about the Judgment card, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. We've got the World card. Yeah, you ended it. You came to some sort of a realization that there needed to be more than what there was. And you knew that in order to move forward here, in order to come through a new portal here, that you needed to end something. You might have ended something with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, possibly someone who is Virgo or Pisces. I feel like it almost feels like this has to do with a Cancer. I'm just going to say this. We'll come around to it here, but I feel like it has to do with a Cancer. We do have the World card here, and the World card is a milestone. You may have been stuck on this person, right? Chained to them, right? We can see all this energy. Chained to somebody here. In a codependent way. And when I mean codependent, I mean like you didn't want to be without them. You have a lot of good memories with them. Like it feels like you were attached to them in a way that you felt like you couldn't be without them. But I feel like this conversation and this big decision you make leads you to the World card, which is the closing of a chapter. It's a lesson learned. It is a milestone. Wow. Wow. Look, it's a major revelation, Taurus, a major revelation. When the Tower and the Judgment card shows up, it's a major revelation that closed a chapter. I want to say that somebody here just had a shift of energy over the last little bit. That's what it feels like over the last week or two, maybe around the full moon energy possibly, but it feels like there was some sort of major revelation that you don't ever have to be connected to, feel chained to a situation like this ever again. Because this is what you deserve. That's not what you deserve. I think that you thought you deserved that for a while, but that's not what you deserve. This is a major revelation. This is a changing day in your life. This is like things will never be the same after you make this decision, because it feels like you decided to pull back on your power. You pulled your power back. That's what it feels like. I can't let this person, no matter how beautiful they are, no matter how sexy they are, no matter how obsessed they are with me, I can't let them do it. We have the Seven of Swords. It was a realization that you were either lying to yourself or that this person was lying to you. That it felt like it feels like a breakthrough is what it feels like with the Seven of Swords here. It feels like a breakthrough. You realize that somebody here was not being completely honest with you. And maybe this person wasn't a total liar, but I mean, with the Devil and the Seven of Swords, that tells me that someone is pretty much very much about lying in their everyday life. They lie to get whatever they want. They're very manipulative, and they do it over and over again, purposefully. They understand what they're doing. It's not something that they don't understand. If they didn't understand, the Ace of Swords wouldn't be here. This is understanding. I know what I'm doing. So this person was purposefully manipulating you, hoping that you would hang on, but I think you broke free. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tell me about the Four of Wands. What's going on over here? Tell me about the Four of Wands, please. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Six of Wands. Look, I feel like the Page of Wands in the reverse is telling me I'm never going to just risk it all like that again. I'm never just going to jump into it with this person, anyone like that. I'm never just going to jump in without a plan, because the Page of Wands doesn't have a plan. The Page of Wands is young and is free and fun and flirtatious, and I feel like you're putting the brakes on it. I feel like you grew up. This situation taught you a lesson. I feel like you grew up, and I feel like you are showing up here as the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is someone who's independent. I don't need anybody. I never needed this person. It's a realization. It's a complete realization and change of how you see yourself in the world. Right? It's a major revelation, Taurus. So it does look like here with the Six of Wands is like, you know that you have a lot of options. You're going to get a lot of attention. You are like just about over the finish line. I'm going to say that something is coming. It feels like something is coming here. And I'm just going to throw a few cards here because it feels like something is coming because you're almost across the finish line. But it feels like you've taken this independent stance, and I feel like the Page of Wands in the reverse tells me you're no longer taking messages from this person. They're now on block, or they're on red, or whatever it is. You're no longer taking messages from this person. In fact, I don't think you're taking messages from anybody, to be honest. So this, I feel, is what is coming here. Look at that. It feels like something was rumbling, like you're almost at the finish line of something that right now, maybe you feel alone. Maybe you feel like okay, this one didn't work out. I'm alone again. But I feel like right now it's an independent sort of way. Oh, yes. I'm hearing Kelly Clarkson. She sings a song about independence. Miss Independent. Yeah. Oh, I don't know the words. I can't hear the words. I'm just hearing her sing that, Miss Independent. So there might be something there for you if you're the person that I'm talking about. We do have the Sun. What? What is going on there? It's so wild. It's like one decision. You're always one decision away, Taurus, of everything going amazing. If we just choose to see what is actually going on. A lot of us put up with this until someone else leaves the relationship and crashes and burns it. I think you got ahead of it, Taurus, because I think you're learning lessons, right? That's what the World card is. You are learning lessons. And the Judgment here is like, now it's all in your hands. You get to make the decision. For some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with a Leo in the future, but it feels more like a water sign to me. It feels like it is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. It does feel like it's a psychic energy. So I want to say feminine or masculine. Please don't get hung up on there's women on the cards, there's men on the cards, whatever. We're talking about energies here. And that's why there's no sex in tarot. We're not reading body parts. We're reading energies. And so feminine and masculine energies, take it as it resonates. But it feels like there is an incredibly beautiful, high octane love that is coming your way. Look at that. It is beautiful on steroids. It's someone who's compassionate and kind and loving and beautiful. Feminine or masculine. It's somebody who is going to bring the sun. Somebody who you can trust because the sun is here. You've brought the sun into your own life, Taurus. You've requested it from the universe. You've had your breakthrough. That's the breakthrough that happened over here, right? And now you can see everything for what it is. And now you're not scared to be alone. You're in the individual energy. You're no longer scared to be alone. So that's why this comes along, because you don't need it. And that's really what manifestation is. If you keep vying for it, needing it and wishing it and hoping it, and look, manifestation is you ask for it and then you go about your business. And you trust that the universe is going to bring it to you. And you don't keep asking over and over and over again. Tell me about this Chariot here, please, for Taurus. Taurus, I think I'm going to take this one into the extension because we've almost used up our time here, but I want to talk about this. If you're interested and you know that you feel that something is coming and you feel like it might be love, I feel like this might be the extension for you. We'll do that. I'll talk about that. We've got the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups here with the Sun, and we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about what's going on here and who this person is and why they're coming at you. We've got the Star. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it feels like you're no longer going to put yourself in a position where you are putting in all the work. It feels like with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels like you're no longer putting all of the energy into a Four of Wands relationship again. Somebody's going to have to come for you. Somebody is going to have to make it good for you because I don't think you're looking for it. I don't think that you have, I think you've decided to have hope here that that somebody will show up. I feel like there is a soulmate that's showing up here. For some of you, it could be a fire sign. For some of you, it could be a water sign. But I do believe that what's approaching super quick is somebody that you can trust, somebody that you will see for all that they are. And yeah, it's somebody who mirrors your energy. Someone who's very deep and kind. Someone who has a very deep love to give. We're going to go into the extension. If you're interested in going there, that's what I'll do. Look, we have the King here as well. We have someone here who's halfway to the Emperor or halfway to the Empress, right? We have two Queens, we have two Kings, and they're identical. King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Water. So we'll talk about this. I'm going to go into the extension. If you want to be there, go ahead and do that. The link is down below. We're going to talk about this stuff because it's so crazy good. And what did you say to this person? What did you say to them? Because it feels like you released yourself with whatever you said. I'm going to go for now. Thanks for being here, you guys. I'm out. Take care. Love ya. Bye.